You are listening to Shaoni, Born from the Light, by Iowan, read by Kevin M. Connolly. Chapter 52, Back to the Beginning. Did you ever have the feeling that, when reading a book for a second time after a year or so, it is as if you are reading a completely different book altogether? Then, whilst reading on, you slowly come to realize that it's not the words that have changed. No, the book is still the same. Do you know that feeling? Shaoni was playing by the small creek that ran through the garden behind his house. He had just turned 12, and for his birthday, he had invited some of his friends from school over to play. Everybody liked going to Shaoni's. He lived with his mom in a little house just outside a small town called Upper Darlington, on the Isle of Winds. It was fun being invited to Shaoni's. Not only because there was lots of space to play, trees to climb in, and a little creek they would sometimes go and swim in, nor was it because Shaoni's mom made the sweetest little cookies and would tell those incredible stories when evening fell. No, there was something more. Whenever you would go to Shaoni's, you would simply feel happy, without really knowing why. If you had worries or troubles, it was as if they would simply disappear. Not that they really disappeared, of course, but you just plain forgot about them whilst you were there, and then, when you left, they would only seem half as bad as when you arrived. Yes, going to Shaoni's was great. What? You remember me telling you all this before? Well, you know, it must be old age. But then again, are you sure that if you were to listen to it again, the words would still mean the same? And, do you remember that first exercise? Do you remember? Do you remember that little exercise I asked you to do at the beginning of the book? And did you write the answers down? If you did, then now is the time to dig them up again. Why did I ask you to write your answers down? Well, simply because if you didn't, you would say that, compared to last year, your answers would still be the same now. That is normal because that is the way life goes. It evolves so gradually that if you don't freeze a moment in time to compare it to later, you may sometimes have the impression that it doesn't change at all. But it does. And sometimes it even changes a lot. Okay, have you read the answers back again? Whatever you wrote, I only have one question. If I asked you to do the same exercise today, what then would you feel now? Have you got it? If you do, and you feel the urge, don't wait any longer. Go for it. Thank you for enjoying this chapter of Shaoni, Born from the Light. To hear more of these stories, please visit www.shaoni.net/audio. If you prefer to receive all of these stories in print, visit www.shaoni.net/book.